I'm Walker Nye from Great Plains YMCA in Weatherford, Oklahoma, and I'm a third-year legislative delegate in this program.
My name is Raghavendra Pai, and I'm just a kid, looking for some answers.
I YIG because I love seeing other people fight for what they believe in, helping them, and then them helping me fight for what I believe in.
I youth in government because I YIG. Why I YIG is because, I feel I have a civic responsibility to help others out there, spread their voice, have their ideas shown, and, youth in government has been an avenue for me to do that.
I am a moderate conservative, but I do open my mind to other views, and I'm very passionate about my views, but I will listen to others.
My political stance for most domestic issues, economic, but also social, is pretty, in the middle. I do lean Democrat for most of the social issues, such as gay marriage and stuff like that, because I, personally do believe if, people want to be married, go for it, things like that. As far as foreign policy goes, that's more of my interest. And so foreign policy is a little bit more muddled as far as, sides go, Democratic versus Republicans. And so I'm much more vehement about my foreign policy issues.
If there is a bill that has a majority but it is against my morals, it's my job to give the people of Oklahoma what they want, not me to stop them because I don't believe in what they believe in. It's my job to enforce what they want, not me to enforce what I want.
I'd definitely still sign it in. I still do believe that whatever decision the people make is greater than just one person, regardless of what decision they're in.
The limits of a governor's job, like I said before, is to give the people what they want, to enforce what they want, not what I, the governor, want.
I definitely do not. My limits as far as being governor and youth in government would most probably be that I can't make all the decisions, regardless of whatever branch it is. In fact, if anything, my powers are just limited to being the face of youth in government. I think that's the biggest responsibility I have.
I do a lot of church work. I help with the youth group, help with the senior citizens. I play in the orchestra, kind of give people a little entertainment at our church services. I'm also in Key Club. I help out when I can. And I also have a job at the local radio station. I help out with sporting events and any activities that they need help with. So I try to do as much as I can.
I play violin for hospice and individuals in hospice care centers. I volunteer at a community food bank called the Hope Center in Edmond. And also, I volunteer at the temple that I go to. I'm a Hindu, and I volunteer there all the time. It's a great cultural experience. And I also tutor kids. I enjoy it. It makes me feel a lot better about what I do. And education is always great.
My role model would probably be my boss. The day that he hired me, first thing he told me was, no matter where you are in the future, fight for what you believe in and don't let anybody throw you down.
I'd say my role models are probably both my grandfathers, from my mom and my dad's side. Coming from, my ancestry is Indian from South Asia. And so, both of them were born in really desperate situations. Both of them came from really poor situations. And, it's much harder in India, even if you work hard, to be successful. And regardless, they powered through and they worked as hard as they could. And that, for me, being an American is a testament to what they've done. So I'd rather not let them down. I want to do as much as possible so that when they look at me and say, it's good that I worked hard, this is what I produced.
Good leadership is helping others instead of how others can help you. Many people say they see a leader as a dictator. I see a leader as a person taking advice from his followers instead of giving advice to them.
Good leadership to me is not only being a role model for others, but also being someone that others can relate to. I feel that sometimes leaders are distanced, as being someone that you cannot reach. But I definitely think that most anyone can become a leader and, stand for something that they believe is important. So, as a member of the youth and government, elected officials, and even if I was to become governor, my most important point would be to make, regardless whether you're a freshman or senior or elected official or not, that you can do great things regardless of who you are.
I can't really say where I would see myself, but I see myself working my hardest and fighting my best wherever I am.
20 years. I like to see myself with a PhD either in international business or chemical engineering, you know. I guess working around the world, helping people. I think, you know, expanding my horizons is what I've always wanted to do. But also, you know, of course, giving back to Oklahoma. It has been the state that I grew up in my elementary, middle school, and high school education. I think it is invariably my home, regardless of, you know, where my background is, wherever else, or wherever I go in the future. I do feel like I just have to give back to the people that have helped me in the community as well.
My greatest strength is also my greatest weakness at the same time. I trust people. I tend to look past whatever they've done and try to find ways I can help them so they could fix whatever they need help with. It's come back to hit me a couple times.
What is my greatest strength and what is my greatest weakness? Ooh. My greatest strength, I'd say, is my committedness to being charismatic as possible. I like to make people laugh, I like to make people smile, but I also like dedication, and I think that's also partially what my greatest weakness is, because I do strive for perfection, and sometimes that makes people misunderstand what my motives are. But, you know, for the most part, I do want to see other people succeed. And so, you know, sometimes that's a weakness in that it maybe even sometimes intimidates or scares people. But that's, you know, I always want to try to make jokes and make people laugh regardless.
I believe I'd stand out because I don't. I plan on gaining something, but if I don't gain anything from this, I want to make sure other people will gain things. I want to stand out being the one that tried to help everybody else instead of helping myself.
Somehow over the summer from my freshman year to sophomore year, I shot up, so I'm kind of tall. So I mean, I guess I stand out because of that. But I guess, you know, most governors, I think, previously haven't had the kind of background that I have, coming from an immigrant family. And so, you know, I understand not only the issues that come with being, you know, a student in Oklahoma, but also the various issues that come with being, you know, not necessarily inbred in the, you know, social systems of Oklahoma, you know. So I've learned to become, you know, more American, as well as Oklahoman, Okie, I guess, as well as, you know, still retaining some of my Indian culture. I think I bring that to politics as well, you know, or to the youth and government program. Because there's a lot everyone can learn from both Eastern and Western cultures.